Hi Thrifters and viewers, today I am making kind of an egg bake breakfast thing. These work really well if you like egg sandwiches, egg muffins in the morning. Otherwise they just really make great meal additions because they freeze really well, and so you don't have to be baking in the morning. You don't have to be cooking eggs in the morning, but you get that high protein breakfast still. So what I'm starting with is I have my muffin tin here. And I have a dozen eggs that I've actually scrambled in here. We're doing the scrambled version. If you prefer to have a whole egg, you can actually just crack an egg in each one of these and bake them that way. Another idea would be to wrap it with bacon or turkey bacon and then put the egg in there. We've done that too. Today we are actually going to, like I said, do the scrambled egg version, and we are going to be mixing in some pork sausage. Another idea, if you have them, is to mix in some onions and peppers just to add some flavor. I'm going to be using just some pepper and garlic today, keeping it simple. So you'll want to start by preheating your oven to about 350. And then if you're scrambling, scramble. These are 12 large eggs. And then I have a pound of pork sausage here that I'm going to just start mixing in. I could mix the whole thing in. I wasn't entirely sure that we wanted to use the whole pound, because I do want it to be largely like egg based. So I'm going to mix in a little at a time and just see until I get the consistency that I am looking for. But basically you can put in whatever spices you want. I feel like cumin might be a really good one to mix in here, stuff like that. So it looks like we will use most of this pound of sausage. You can kind of see here maybe. But again, makes really good breakfast bake. It freezes really well, so you can just take it out in the morning and microwave it for 30 seconds and then put it on a piece of bread or bagel or just eat it plain. So now I've mixed that in, I'm going to add a little bit of pepper here. And that's the beauty of these egg bakes, is you can kind of put whatever you want in there to your own flavoring desire. If you don't eat meat, I would definitely suggest putting in, like I said, onions or peppers or kind of whatever you like in your eggs. I did just a little bit of garlic and a little bit of pepper to add some flavor. But then, before I pour them into my pan here, I'm either going to take some olive oil or some coconut oil, or shortening, kind of whatever you like to use, and just grease this up to make sure they pop out of this pan real nice after they're done cooking. Sometimes they can stick if you do not grease them. So once you do that here, we'll get these all nice and greased up. Made the mistake a different time of not doing that, and it was made this pan terrible to try and clean. But like I said, it doesn't really matter what kind of oil or fat you use, just something to make sure it doesn't stick to the pan. So now we've done that, we're going to go ahead and start scooping or pouring in there. Probably don't want to use a fork. Won't work very well, but I'll use my spoon here. And if you have a bowl that has a pouring spout on it, that would probably work the best. But we'll just want to get these partially full, and then you can fill them up to the top later. Try not to spill all over the place. So you can see a dozen eggs and a pound of meat is just about perfect to fill these up to the top. So you wouldn't want much more than that unless you're getting another tin. You could maybe add one more egg or something in there. I'm going to try and even these out just a little bit here. It doesn't matter that much, just to try and keep the cook time similar between all of these. Of course, eggs don't scoop super well. But yeah, just try and even them out. And then I'm actually going to wipe off the pan because I don't like when all this stuff bakes on here. But you don't have to do that. That's kind of an unnecessary step. But if your pan is, or if your oven is already heated, we're going to take this, put it in the oven, bake for about 10 minutes. You'll want to check it periodically. And just when the eggs are not gooey anymore, it'll be done, pull them out. And you can eat them immediately, or you can refrigerate them to use in the next 3 or 4 days. Otherwise, I would recommend freezing these. You can just throw these in a Ziploc bag or Pyrex container, something like that, and then pull it out whenever you want to serve it and microwave it for maybe 30 seconds. It might even be less than that depending on your microwave. Makes great sandwiches and otherwise makes great eating plain. So hopefully that helps you meal prep for the week so you can eat a little bit healthier throughout the week. Thanks for joining me.